Lying Ted. Holds that Bible high, puts it down, and then he lies.
Donald is a bully. The man is utterly amoral.
I think he's crazy. Honestly, I think he's crazy.
This man is a pathological liar, a narcissist at a level I don't think this country's ever seen.
He is choking like a dog because he's losing so badly. We have to put him away tomorrow.
Donald, you're a sniveling coward, and leave Heidi the hell alone.
His father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald being, shot. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. What is this, right prior to his being shot? And nobody even brings it up. I mean, they don't even talk about that.
Ted and I got along very well, very late into the campaign, and I said, don't worry about it. It's only a question of time. And then it became very nasty, and then it was over. He's not lying Ted anymore. He's beautiful Ted. Beautiful. He's Texas. I call him Texas Ted.
Do you regret implying that Ted Cruz's dad killed JFK?
I don't regret anything, honestly. It all worked out very nicely.
I don't.
That's an unhealthy relationship.
I don't regret anything at all. Let's see here. Let me see if I...
Check the list.
Let's see. Hold on. Check the list. Never concede. Never admit fault or a wrong. All right.
Welcome back to Morning Joe. It is Tuesday, October 23rd.
I want to be clear here, Mika. Donald Trump just said he did not regret saying that Ted Cruz's father had anything to do with the JFK assassination. The President of the United States yesterday, the 45th President of the United States, before he was going down to Texas to go campaign for a guy named Lying Ted, who's supposed to have already won this race weeks ago, according to people that keep poking Beto. He goes down there, and again, I want to repeat it again. You got to slow things down a little bit in the age of Trump. The President of the United States just said again he does not regret his claim that a United States senator has a father who helped assassinate John Kennedy.
Right.
The most shocking part of all of this is, of course, that the senator whose father was accused of assassinating JFK in Dallas on November 22nd, 1963, actually welcomed him with open arms to campaign for him.
I mean,
really, how lacking in pride can you be to allow somebody to attack your wife, attack your father, and then you embrace him like some conquering hero? Boy, that is a sad way to live your life.
I mean, come on.
It confirms everything
Ted?
people believe about Ted Cruz and about politicians in general, that it's cynical, it's transactional, and that your ethics are situational. If you need to win an election and the guy who accused your father of killing JFK willing to give you a bump, okay, you'll go along for the ride. But, Joe, I think you're right. The quote yesterday from the president, I don't regret anything. It all worked out very nicely. To me, captures Trump. That's the Trump doctrine, which is that the ends justify the means. That includes some of the lies we're going to get into this morning about Middle Easterners being in the caravan. If that scares enough people to win some elections on Election Day, it was worth making up that story. The ends justify the means. I don't regret anything, says the president.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.